Rotten Tomatoes predictions coming back at you from the 9-9. I don't know.
Where's that?
I'm a hip-hop radio station DJ. Rotten Tomatoes
one.
predictions. This is what we do, guys. We believe in our hearts, minds, and cocks that Rotten Tomatoes is... or critics in general, because Rotten Tomatoes is critics in general, are very, very, very predictable. That it's pretty predictable and predictable.
Predictive.
What they're going to do. So what we do every single week is we play Rotten Tomatoes movie fantasy football. We pick whatever movies are releasing that week. We guess what we think based on the trailers our Rotten Tomatoes scores are going to be. And then later in the week on our Instagram, we post the results and we see how close we got. And I've been telling you this, man, we've been getting pretty damn close lately.
Have we?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we're far, far south, but sometimes we knit that shit on the head.
Dear God, make me
And if
buzz
we're
so I can
wrong-
fly far, far from here.
So, first movie we got today. Let's go with the obvious, the fucking Logan.
Okay, done. It's a 10.
Done!
And you know what?
Done!
Done, son, Daniel, son. If Rotten Tomatoes fucks this score over, if they give it like a 30% rotten or a 40% rotten, well, you know what? I couldn't say they couldn't get lower in my opinion, but at that point, they're fucking sludge. It looks amazing. It looks casted well. It's got that impact of emotion that you want. Man, I can't wait to see that. I think this movie is a 10 without even just the trailers alone is a 10.
Dude, short of telling me that Hugh Jackman's gonna put his cock on a table, could you get me more excited about this movie?
You couldn't fit it on there. It's so big.
Really fucking excited about this movie, and I think it's got everything it needs to have. As far as fans go and critics go, I think it's going to be widely beloved because you're taking a story you're taking out of the typical superhero realm. With maybe this movie wouldn't have been as well received 10 years ago when superhero movies were less of. I mean, we love them, but there is a superhero fatigue going on a little bit in the world, especially in the world of critics and stuff like that. Unless you're Marvel, because they love everything Marvel puts out.
True.
But I think that in this landscape today, taking a superhero
By the way,
story...
you saying that, you just crossed into the minefield with my son.
No, I love Marvel too. I'm just saying, critics give Marvel a pass and they don't give DC one.
I know, but I don't want the hate coming
I love
at
them
us,
both.
like, and it'd be like, we'll be like Indiana Jones, like, my son, we are pilgrims in an unholy land. And all this hate coming at us.
I hate it when hate comes on me.
Hate
It's
comes.
like, God, dude, aim, give me a warning.
At least, yes, please.
Stop.
When you're about ready to go, just let me know and I'll move away.
And hate comes so much. But,
did you say Dane?
no, hate.
I think you said Dane comes.
No. I hate it when Dane comes. He always comes so much. When you take a superhero person out of his landscape and you put it in this dark, desolate area, separate from the superhero stories and the tie-ins and all that shit like that, critics like it even more. And I know a little bit about what's going on here, full frontal male nudity. I just want you to know that I've seen some reviews and I see that they're glowing. I don't know the exact Rotten Tomatoes score, so I'm still going to play. I think we're looking at I think it's going to end at 93% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
I see, you have more faith in RT than me, man. I'm going with 75% fresh. I mean, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to at least keep it fresh. But, dude, I don't know why. I just had this feeling that they're going to say, well, you know, it drags in areas, and this area was too overcomplicated, and this area, like, they did too much here. I don't know why, dude. They'll make up some stupid reason, or there was too much grotesque blood in certain parts, and they shouldn't have a little kid doing that.
You might be right.
Yeah, like, a little girl shouldn't be doing that. Like, she shouldn't be cutting hands off and doing what, you know, I don't know. Or I wish that Wolverine had been more of a father. Like, fuck you and your fucking childhood fantasies.
This movie clearly sides with Donald Trump.
I know, honestly. They want to build a wall, it's going to be marvelous. But, the movie itself, like, for a personal score, I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10 right now. Because it's not just the fact that it looks well made. It looks like an amazing, amazing movie. And it's got an indie feel to it that I don't think any of the superhero movies got before this.
True.
I mean, Deadpool did its own thing, and it carved its own, like, little piece of the comic book movie genre forever for what Deadpool is. But I think this is going its own direction, too, and it's going to be something that we've never seen before. But it's also the fact that Hugh Jackman... I mean, this is it. I mean, they really are throwing everything with this movie for him. I mean, Hugh Jackman has loved the role of Wolverine. He's always said, thank God for that role. He's never once ever said, well, I wish people didn't just recognize me as Wolverine. He's really embraced it. And this is, I mean, I'm just so happy that he gets to go out with a bang with this movie.
Yeah, he didn't Harrison Ford, Bill Murray.
No, he didn't
at all, man. He's owned it and loved it. And I'll say this, I'll say that you're right. The indie feel to it, plus the fact that it's finally going to be rated R and we're going to see Berserker snicky Wolverine happening on top of the family aspect stuff where he's never really had a true family and Professor X is they're taking care of each other. It's beautiful. We're going to cry our asses off. We're going to cry.
I think that
I'm going to sit right next to you in the theater and cry.
I might bawl too.
I'm going to look you in the eyes while I'm crying.
Don't look at me when you're crying.
using your own tears as lubrication.
And you know what? I just think I think that it's so indie right now. It feels like that. It's just gonna be like Ryan Gosling's gonna show up in his drive car and just like sit there for 10 minutes and then drive off. Like maybe Wolverine will do that with like a gunshot wound and you don't know if he's dead or not. It just looks
like
amazing.
that scene at the end of the trailer. Like, dum, dum, dum,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just looks
Dude,
great.
we went to Louisville the other day to see like a Pink Floyd cover band or something. But long story short, we woke up and the next morning we walked across the street in Louisville, went to this old diner in like little diner cart, right? And it's like, dude, it's sketchy. It looks like Waffle House, but like a little bit classier, but also a little bit sketchier. Like the diner in Superman 3 when he gets his ass kicked.
I thought you were gonna go with the one in Punisher where that guy with the guitar comes.
Just like that, yeah, just like that. I was gonna say
I'm gonna play that song.
It was the diner in Superman 3, but today's standard. So it was muggy and
did you throw a beer bottle?
There was a lot of homos.
Did you throw a beer bottle at the back of the mirror?
But dude, we walk in and we sit down and they're playing that fucking song. It's like Helio or something. The song from the trailer, that dum 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 dum. And I sat down. And I was like, I need an omelet. She's like, I was like, ma'am, can I get my coffee? She's like, someone will come along. And I was like, someone has come along.
Yeah, but you were with your wife. You had to go by yourself. At that point, you have to move away and go to like the little bar area and just like talk to people around you. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. What do you recommend? What's your prediction? 75%? 75% fresh.
Mine's 93% fresh. And again, I do know a little bit. I've read a couple reviews. I don't know the score, so I just want to be open and gay with you guys. So,
okay, good.
Next movie we got up, the Love. That's right. I get the Love Shack. It's the Shack.
The Shack.
A lot of you probably haven't heard
of Love Shack would be 52s.
I haven't heard of it until we just watched the trailer for it. And
I mean, it's weird, man. Like, it looks, okay, so the father he's at a camping outing with his family, Sam Worthington. His little girl goes missing. I guess she gets kidnapped, and then she gets murdered. He gets letters and shit in the mail later on after he's dealing with the after effects of what's going on. He's losing his marriage because he doesn't want to talk to anybody. He's just dealing with this terrible moment in his life. And he gets a letter from somebody to come to a shack to hang out. And he's like, I'm going to go up there and find out because they have answers. I mean, that's what I'm getting from the trailer. They had answers about his daughter. So he goes up there and he finds out that God sent the letter. I mean, we're assuming it's God. I think it pretty much is God.
Spencer, I think, is
and
God.
She's God, and she's trying to get him through this travesty in his life, and he meets, I guess, angels or people that had died. I don't know.
They run across water.
Yeah, it's really weird, but I mean, I'm kind of into it, but I'm kind of not. It was like, you said it right, dude. You're like, you can change it if you want to. Like, it's like that moment in Tommy Boy when you like both, when Wilson Phillips or Helen Kumar, Wilson Phillips comes on, and you're like, you can change it if you want to. It's like, I'm good with it if you are. I was like, okay. And then they both are singing it as they drive down the road.
Someday somebody's gonna break your heart, break your heart.
Till then, baby.
That's what it felt like exactly when we watched the trailer. Because it's a Christian movie, it seems like, but it doesn't lead you in to believe it's a Christian movie. When it starts out, Sam Worthington is doing and I hate to say it, because I mean, I like these movies even though they whittle me down to a little girl, but the movies about men losing their children seem to be like the biggest heartstring thing. Southpaw, Prisoners, lots of movies come out with that theme nowadays. And it's like the most devastating thing possible in life, so you're going to get the greatest performances out of people when you put them in those shoes.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson Ransom, even though he didn't end up losing him, that was a great fucking acting performance.
Mel Gibson
doesn't get enough credit for it.
Is a golden god.
He's a golden god! But I don't like Sam Worthington. Like, you guys like him.
I like him.
I don't like him very much. I've never seen him in anything that impressed me at all. He seems very, very boring to me. But in that trailer, when I was watching him, like when they showed like what he was going through and stuff, I was like, this could be Sam Worthington's fucking give it to me Sanchez. This could be his moment. And then all of a sudden, Octavia Spencer becomes God, and it turns out that it's a Christian movie. It's very What Dreams May Come-ish. He goes to this wonderful land, and flowers grow out of nowhere, and they run across water and stuff. And I don't know, I'm not into those kind of movies.
Like, it's fucking Poison Ivy out here. What's going on? But yeah, but you know what? He looked like, but you know why I think you liked him? Because he looked he wasn't trying to be Action Jackson superstar guy that we normally see him in those kind of roles, which I like Sam Worthington. You don't like Sam Worthington. And maybe in those roles, you don't like him.
It's very Jai Courtney to me.
But yeah, but he's wearing the brawny shirt, the brawny paper towel shirts, and I think that helps a lot. He brings a very grounded moment at that point when he's talking to people. Like, and it just seems so sad, like, after this happens and he's by himself and he's like, the neighbors are like, come over for dinner. He's like, maybe another time, and he's snow plowing his driveway, and then his wife's like, I don't want to lose you. It's really, really emotional, and you can see that they're going to ratchet it up as they go throughout the film, especially when he meets God. And there's one scene where he's like, where were you when she was dying? And she was like, I never left her. I mean, it looks fucking, it looks very, look, I'm going to get teary-eyed right now if we don't fucking stop talking about it. But As far as critics go, because of the Christian element, they're gonna fucking not like it. They're gonna say that if it didn't include a religious overtone to it, it might have got a higher score. So personally, I think that Rotten Tomatoes is gonna give it a 40% rotten. I think personal score, I mean, I'm not lying, dude. I'm thinking about a 7.0 to a 7.5. I think it's going to be that good.
I'll say this, man. I don't know what this says about me as a person, but I was disappointed when it turned out that it was a Christian story, because I was really hoping for a Punisher story where he went up to the woods and killed everyone.
He just stood there. He's like, they started it like Rambo.
Had it gone there, I'd be like 10. I could read this movie's gonna be great. But I'm not into the Christian movies, but they don't offend me at all. And I think that you're right. But I think I'm gonna just because you went 40, I was either gonna go 40 rotten or I was gonna go 60% fresh.
You're a bitch. You're just going because I said.
But I don't. Let's new, yellow, different. Let's go different. I think it's a choice of a new generation. I think I'm gonna go 60% positive on this because I think the blurb's gonna read something like this. I'm going deep. I'm fucking calling the blurbs out on this shit. I'm calling my shots. I think it's gonna say something like this. It overcomes its religious overtones and instead of being ultra hammy, the emotional aspects overcome that into what involves to a pretty good story. I think you're gonna get 60% fresh out of this. That's just my guess.
I mean,
I don't know. It could be very, very wrong.
I hope it is that at that point they're just looking at it as a film and not worrying about, because if it was PC as fuck, you know what I mean? If it was meant to be something that was supposed to generate a staggering moment in the psyche of America, like black versus white versus all this, I think that would have given them automatically, they would have said 80% fresh. Because just on that alone, which I think is complete dog shit. Look, again, I'm not a religious person. I mean, I'm not, but I'm not going to hold it against a movie if they want to add those tones into a film.
I don't like agenda pushing, but if
but
it's generally a fabric of the story, I'm into it.
And I don't even feel like the trailer was doing that. I don't feel like it was pushing that shit down your throat.
It didn't feel that way. You're right. It felt
normal. It felt natural.
Authentic.
It felt like I'm not going with a condom right now. I'm just gonna stick it in and feel good.
It felt ribbed for her pleasure. We just took we're terrible fucking human beings.
Yep.
Last movie we got for today is Shitbox Salad number 12, and it is also known as Before I Fall. Down in the theater.
Okay.
From sleep.
Before I Fall is Groundhog Day. Okay, it's Groundhog Day.
Stop remaking Groundhog Day.
I know, it literally is the same story, except this time there's romantic inclinations in it.
Groundhog Day mixed with Fault in Our Stars. And it looks like bullshit that they're trying to get teens to the theater to see. It looks god-awful terrible.
I'm not against the idea of what they were trying to go for in this, but the idea of them copying another movie and then trying to, copy-paste and put that into it... Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Like, that's ridiculous shit. Like, I mean, I know a lot of the newer generation of filmgoers aren't going to know because they're not going to even waste time seeing Groundhog Day, which is a shame because that's one of the best fucking Bill Murray performances ever. First, I was like, maybe it would be interesting, maybe, and then the more I've watched the trailer, I'm like, no, I'm completely out. They're not selling.
The second I saw it, I was like, shit smells. Woo! God damn!
Who was in there last, Bubba?
Someone shit on the coats! Hope it wasn't my coat. But no, I mean, honestly, if you want to relive a teenage birthday party and drunk driving scenario 76 times, go ahead and watch this movie. Most of you probably don't. I think it's going to get shit-faced salad. Well, I keep saying that. I think it's going to get poop. I think it's going to get harpooned.
Let's just have no more movie talk.
Okay, I think that it's going to get...
I have a lot of dick in the fucking ass kind of score.
I think it's going to get set on fucking fire by Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes...
7% rotten.
I think that Rotten Tomatoes... But then again, I'm giving them more credit than they actually do. But I think that hopefully I'm going to go with this because I'm going to give them one more chance to own it on DVD. I'm going to say I think they're going to butt fuck the shit out of this. I think it's going to be 5%. 5% fucking rotten. Because I don't think there's anything new here. I don't think there's anything fresh here. I don't think that there's anything at all remotely screaming like original. It's a blatant ripoff of a Groundhog Day movie mixed with, like you said, A Fault in Our Stars or some romantic teeny bopper movie. And yeah, dude, Rotten Tomatoes is going to hate it, and I'm personally not going to like it. I'm going to give that a 3.5 because I think it's going to be made specifically to pull tears from your eyes and say, hey, you know what, guys, if you got a girlfriend, take her to the theater. She'll cry and she'll jerk you off later.
What do you want to put inside of a movie that's already a bad movie? It's a teen romance movie that looks like it's probably going to be shit anyways and just made to make money. You know what we should do with that? we should put a time travel slash sort of element in there to make it even more shitty and confusing. Because you know they're not going to get any of that shit right. And on top of all that, those bad things it's already going to have, now it's going to have plot holes and a confusing storyline to boot.
Well, I mean, you know what the thing? I think she'll be dead anyway. I think that, like, at the end, like, I think that the girl and the protagonist of the film is already dead. Because she said, you know how, she in the trailer, she's like, how everybody thinks they have it tomorrow. I don't. I think that once she completes and she figures out how to fix the problem.
Once Scrooge comes down.
Well, no, she'll be dead. This is what I think. I think all her friends will die in that car accident, and it's all about saving that one bullied girl that they made fun of.
Even though she's going to die.
Yeah, that's
probably.
That seems so obvious to me.
So, comment down below, guys. First, what is your predicted Rotten Tomatoes scores? Let's play the game together, see who gets the closest. Make sure you follow us.
Let's play a little game.
We watched the movie on Instagram to see the results and how close we all got. Question of the day, though, you brought up an interesting point. Where does Groundhog Day fall on your Bill Murray list? Because it falls pretty low on mine, dude. I think Bill Murray, I gotta go Ghostbusters, Caddyshack. What about Bob? Stripes.
Stripes would be higher than that.
Stripes, yeah, actually Stripes overtakes What About Bob. I didn't want to say it out loud. I was thinking it, but I was like, you already did it, Mike.
I know.
You already went there.
You already deep in.
Don't embarrass yourself any further.
Just go ahead and blow.
Stop drinking. Yeah. It's basically, and I never do. And then I wake up and there's
Groundhog Day is out of everything that Bill Murray's done, it's in my top 10 at least. I mean, it might be my top 6.
It just gets on my nerves, man. I hate repeating that.
I know, we've seen it so many times, though. That's why. But if you've never seen it, when I first watched that movie, I'd never seen it before. It was great. Yeah. I mean, it was one of the best. Comment
down below, where would you put Groundhog Day in your Bill Murray list of all time? We love your fucking faces! And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some real opinion.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.